back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. It's Tom MacDonald Tuesday, which means more reactions to Tom MacDonald music. This one is going to be for the official music video for his track Coronavirus. Really been looking forward to getting into this one. I know it was done a while back. This was done March 2020, so yeah, a little while back. I'm quite late to this one, but I'm here now. I'm reacting to it. So yeah, really looking forward to getting into this and seeing what he has to say about everything to do with this whole coronavirus thing. And yeah, I'm sure knowing Tom, he's going to be kind of spitting some facts in this one, and maybe trying to sort of wake people up to what's going on, and some maybe conspiracy theories, or just theories, not necessarily even conspiracies, but just theories on you know, on what he thinks is happening and his take on stuff. So without further ado, let's get into it and see what he has for us. Here we go. Love that close-up.
I don't know what to think about this virus. Started in China, now everybody in America's hiding. There's no groceries cause people start to panic and buy it. The shelves are empty, the ones with plenty already stockpiling. Y'all making memes, think it's funny? Wait a week till the riots, wait a month till the only way to eat is be violent. It's not the sickness that's scary, it's all the people who wildin'. The government lying, they trying to keep us calm through the sirens. You know it's for real, and all the pharmaceutical giants don't have a cure that they can sell you, so now everyone's dying. There's no vaccines or medication made that can fight it. I guess it's time to pray to God we can't rely on the science. And everyone around me in a mask and some gloves. The stock market crashed and the bank's about to bust. Tell us sanitize our hands, this will pass. It's a bug, stay inside, you'll be fine till we're trapped there for months. It's a ghost town, we're in this together. They're closing all the stores down, we're heading for shelter. It's a war now, they'll always remember. We're locking all our doors down, we're sticking together.
Wow, okay, first impressions. I think I can actually hear Nova in the background there with the backing vocals for the chorus. Absolutely brilliant. Love this delivery, and yeah, just love the instrumental on it. It's yeah, it's just got a really catchy instrumental. Yeah, I mean, he's speaking truth about the whole coronavirus thing. I mean, a lot of what he's said here so far has panned out. Like, literally, that's how it was. You know, lockdowns and staying indoors for weeks, months on end, in a lot of areas and things. I mean, obviously over in America it was like that. Just all over, really, over here in the UK as well, even. Yeah, we had a lockdown for sort of like several weeks or more. It was like, you know, sort of a couple of months or so, maybe closer to 3 months. But yeah, it was literally just people panic buying. And I mean, of all things that people were panic buying, obviously a lot of groceries and stuff as well, but toilet roll, that was a thing. I don't even understand why, but you know, I mean, because it's not like the shops actually completely closed down. There was still, like, you know, grocery stores were still supermarkets open for people to get food, but it's just random that everybody seemed to be panic buying toilet rolls. I don't know why. I'm sure a lot of people probably had packs and packs and packs of toilet rolls in their house that they probably found after several weeks they didn't actually really need, or that it certainly lasted them a lot longer than what they perhaps thought that it was going to last them. It wasn't really that crazy in terms of, you know, it wasn't that the grocery stores, like I say, were going to completely close and nobody was going to be able to get anything, but that was a very real thing. And I mean, like I say, I'm kind of late to this was back in 2020 and we're now 2022, but yeah, obviously what he's talking about in this, literally that's how it did pan out. So yeah, it's absolutely crazy, but yeah, I just love his delivery on this so far. Yeah, so far he's speaking truth about it. So I'm really interested to see what else he has to say. You know, he kind of said at the beginning, I don't know what to make of this virus. You know, we're sort of being told certain things, but, you know, are we really being told the truth about it? You know, is it worse than what they're saying? Is it better than what they're saying? But they're just kind of, you know, trying to scare us. Yeah, who knows. So yeah, really interesting actually that he would start it off by saying that. But anyway, let's carry on and see what else he has to say.
This a pandemic, But we don't listen to the news cause they lied to us for years, so how we know that this the truth? And most of us are young enough to think that we're immune, so we just pass it on to people who won't survive it like you. It's either worse than they're telling us or it's nothing at all. But the school's shut down, a ghost town in the mall. They gon' quarantine the city, block the road out of Dodge, then tell us leaving our homes is actually breaking the law. This is just the beginning, you know it's gotta get worse. If the doctors get sick, the hospitals won't work. The conspiracy theories all sound like facts, that's for sure. But the fact is we're trapped on this planet called Earth. And the bleach gone, the bread gone, the water sold out, the meat gone, the milk gone, the pasta sold out. Don't leave anything for anyone, you hoard it for yourself. You'd rather tell them go to hell than be a man and go and help. It's a ghost town, we're in this together. They're closing all the stores down, we're heading for shelter.
Love this instrumental.
It's all war now, they'll always remember. We're locking all our doors down, we're sticking together. We're hoping for the best, but we're preparing for the worst. There's one thing we're not scared of, is hard work. We're up against an enemy that doesn't have a face. There's no bombs we can drop, there's nowhere we can aim. There's no soldiers to stop with a tank at the gates. There's no cure that we've got or a pill we can take. There's no food, it's been bought. The truth is we're afraid. We sit inside our rooms and we pray. It's a ghost town, we're in this together.
So true.
They're closing all the stores down, we're heading for shelter. It's all war now, they'll always remember. We're locking all our doors down, we're sticking together. It's all ghost town.
Love that. He says at the end, be smart, be strong, be safe. Together we will overcome. Do your part. Absolutely perfect. Brilliant ending for that. Again, video shot by Nova Rockefeller. Absolutely superb. She just always delivers perfection with the music videos. She's just so on point with everything. Absolutely loved that. Brilliant delivery. I mean, it's like I say, I'm a little bit late to it because obviously this was when everything was kicking off. Obviously things have to a point greatly improved since obviously he came out with this and everything was starting. So we kind of know a little bit more. Well, we hope we know a little bit more about everything now, and you know, hopefully the numbers are kind of dropping a little bit. The tragedy though is that so many lives were lost through this because of just the way it spread, just the way it happened to go, but also because there were still a lot of people that were thinking that it was no big deal, and they sadly weren't quite doing their part. They weren't doing what they should have been doing, what they were told to do, and it just spread like wildfire. And I know over in the States, certainly you guys have had a lot of fatalities. You've had a lot of deaths and a lot of people getting sick. And over here in the UK, I mean, I don't know, to be honest, I don't know the number of it to date, because it kind of got to a point where it was so scary. All you were hearing about every single day, literally throughout the whole day and the night, the news was full of it. And I get it, obviously they have to be reporting on stuff like this, particularly a worldwide pandemic of this scale. We'd never seen anything like it, but you know, they were just kind of, it got to a point where everything was just filled up with COVID-19, coronavirus this, coronavirus that, and all different theories, and you being fired different information at you. You know, it was kind of, some people were on there, you know, even so-called experts were on there sort of saying, oh, it's nothing to worry about, it'll pass, you know, it'll go away with warmer weather. And then, you know, and there were other people saying this is a very real, scary, deadly thing, and it's only going to get worse before it gets better. And sadly it did play out like that. And it's not to say that the people saying, oh, it's, you know, it's nothing, it will go away and all that sort of thing, didn't necessarily know what they were talking about. But I think, you know, in terms of sort of trying to play it down a little bit and try not to scare people, they kind of put it out there and got that into a lot of people's heads that it wasn't anything serious, and in actual fact it was. And it was a lot of kind of, you know, false information spread. There still is about it. In fact, there are still a lot of people that don't believe that it ever existed, and it was all a ploy and conspiracy theories about control and things like that, whether or not you want to believe that, that's entirely up to you. I think it was a very, very real thing, regardless of how it came about, whether it was manufactured in a lab, whether, you know, America set it off, whether China, you know, it came out of China, whether they released it on purpose from a lab there, you know, whether it was just one of these things, it was inevitable because of certain conditions with keeping food and preparing food and stuff. It doesn't matter, you know, whether it came from Europe, wherever. The fact is that it was a very real and serious and deadly thing, and it still is for a lot of people who are immunocompromised. It still is a very scary real thing, and people that are vulnerable to it, we still have to be aware, even a couple of years on, we still have to be aware that you may be fine, even if you get it. You might sort of feel a little bit kind of unwell for a day or two. You may not even get any symptoms. You may not even know that you've got it unless you do a test. But to other people, it is a very serious, deadly, in some cases, in many cases, it's a very deadly thing that they can get, and potentially it can kill them. And you particularly like the elderly and, like I say, the immunocompromised and you know, the vulnerable health-wise. I think we just need to be very mindful of everybody around us. And you don't know, you know, some disabilities or vulnerabilities are invisible. You can't always look at somebody and think, oh, that person's fine, they're fit and healthy, because you don't know what's going on inside their bodies. You don't know. They could be immunocompromised, yet on the outside they seem fine. They could be vulnerable. So I think it's like he said at the end there, do your part. You know, it's important for us all to, even now, even with numbers hopefully dropping, and, you know, for the most part, and you know, us having these vaccines and things, that's a whole different issue, whether or not, you know, those are safe, and whether or not you want to take the vaccine and you think there's something amiss with that or not, or whether you're quite happy to do it. I think we still need to do our part with regards to, you know, masks and just being mindful and aware, you know, like, you know, personal hygiene, washing our hands, and you know, just being aware that this is still around. It hasn't gone away. Just because things have improved and things have started to open again, it doesn't mean that it's gone away. It hasn't disappeared. In fact, we could actually be living with this forever, for the rest of our lives. It could be a thing that's just flares up every now and again, like the flu, like other sicknesses and diseases and illnesses that sometimes, you know, kind of pop up every once in a while. So I think it's something that we've got to get used to, knowing that it's always going to be around, probably, unless we have something that just completely eradicates it, which could happen still, potentially. It could be a thing that all of a sudden they do manage to get rid of it. But it's, at the minute, it's kind of looking like it's more likely that we're going to have to just learn to live with this. And I don't mean to say that in a blasé way, like, oh, it doesn't matter, you know, people that have lost their lives or people that have been really ill. I'm not being blasé about it. I'm just saying, I think we just have to be aware that we may have to live with this forever, and it's always going to be a thing. But at the same time, we have to just make sure we do our part and just be sensible. And if you know somebody that's vulnerable, you know, with their health and they're immunocompromised, or somebody that's elderly, you know, if you know you've been in contact with somebody that has had this, they may have been fine, you might be fine, or if you know that you've got it, just be sensitive and just be responsible, and don't go near people that, you know, especially if you know that person is immunocompromised, if that person is vulnerable, you know, just, you know, don't be selfish with it. You know, be aware that person may end up, you know, getting very, very sick or even dying from it, yet you're absolutely fine. So I think, yeah, absolutely brilliant. I love the way he put this, just very to the point. Like I said, this was when it was first going on, so yeah, we're sort of a couple of years down the line now, and you know, a fair bit's changed, but yeah, ultimately it's still around, and I think it still applies today. You know, do your part, you know, be safe, be healthy, you know, just, you know, stand together and just be respectful of each other, and you know, be a little bit selfless, you know, think of other people, help each other out, and just yeah, be sensible with it, really. So yeah, I absolutely loved this. I'm so glad I finally got around to seeing it. I know it's like 2 years late but yeah, I'm finally here for it, and yeah, I love this. And again, another brilliant video, like I say, shot by Nova. She always delivers. So if you love this too, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up with more Tom MacDonald Tuesday reactions every Tuesday, and reactions to other artists on Thursdays and Sundays. and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, everyone. Bye, guys.
Let me heal. You're making it brighter right through the gray.